Hello, my name is Oliver. I'm the co-founder of Microlino, and today I will give you a quick introduction into how to use your Microlino. So let's start how to unlock your Microlino. You have your remote key that, like you used from a normal vehicle, you can just press and unlock the Microlino. And there's a little button here on the side that you just need to press, and the door opens automatically because of the gas spring, so very easy to open the vehicle. There's a second way how you can open the Microlino. Usually this is when you kept it longer in storage and you turned off the 12-volt battery. You can use the key also to open the vehicle mechanically. Gently press onto the door on the front and turn onto the right-hand side. So in this way, you can open it even if your 12-volt battery is empty or is turned off. Now, let's get in. The Microlino has a front door, so obviously getting into it is a little bit different than what you're used to your regular vehicle. I'm going to show you how I do it. So getting in, you get in straight from the front, and then you turn 180 degrees. And while sitting down, you grab onto this leash here, and you simply sit down onto the seat. Remember, you don't need to slam the door because it has a soft close, so you can just gently pull it into the lock and it will close automatically. So once you're inside the car, there is a button hidden just behind the screen. So you have to just reach behind the screen, press the button, and automatically the vehicle opens. Now there is a second way to open the Microlino from the inside. It is our emergency release. You can find that on the passenger side, just below the bottle holder. You might need to lift the carpet a little bit, and by pulling on that leash, you can just open the door mechanically. So even if there is an electrical problem, there is always a way to open the door mechanically from the inside. The Microlino has two displays, the main head-up display and the touch bar. On the touch bar, you control the main functions of the vehicle. For example, you can choose ventilation in case you only want some fresh air. We have 4 different speeds in the version that has AC and 3 different speeds in the heating-only version. You can here, of course, also select between heating and air conditioning. Also here you can adjust the speeds, and of course here you go to the air conditioning. We have the windshield and the rear windshield defrosting, as well as the tailgate opening, interior lights, and there's also loads of settings that you can customize your Microlino with. You can change the speedometer from a modern to a more classic version. You can choose your language. You can also choose kilometers per hour or miles per hour for those that are from the UK. And you can also give it a name. So you can give a name to your Microlino and your name will appear whenever you start on the car. And last but not least, you can also view several information on the Microlino. By clicking on this I button, you see the current software status that the vehicle has installed. The Microlino has a gear shifter that is very simple. Like every electric car, it's an automatic car, so you don't need to shift gears. You just need to turn this knob to go from drive into reverse. Very important, you have to press the foot brake fully in order to be able to change from neutral to drive. We also have a little gimmick on the vehicle. So if you press this button on the middle, you will first go into the eco mode, and if you press it another time, it will turn red and it will be the Microlino Sport mode, which means even more fun for you to drive your Microlino. Let's open the trunk of the Microlino. To do so, you simply press the middle button of your key for 5 seconds. As you can see, there is quite a lot of space inside the trunk. We have two versions. The version with AC has a second floor underneath and has a slightly smaller boot, whereas the heating version has a slightly larger boot, but only one floor. If we go inside, we have the typical things that I would usually store here, like the charging cable. On the version with air conditioning, we have a second floor that you can lift up and where you could store the second charging cable, for example, or other things inside. This is also what usually your service partner accesses in order to do service and maintenance on the vehicle. Another thing that we have in the trunk that is quite important is this 12-volt switch. So this is a little red switch that you maybe know from boats. We use this in case you leave your Microlino for a longer period of time. You can simply turn it off and on. And it can also be used in case you have any error messages to reboot the car, and sometimes this might solve the problem that you are having. If you want to store your Microlino for longer than a week without using it, there's a few things you should consider. Firstly, we recommend to always charge the battery to 100%. This ensures maximum lifetime for your drive battery and keeps your Microlino fresh. Secondly, there is a little shifter in the trunk that enables you to turn off the 12-volt battery. This ensures that the 12-volt battery does not get depleted, and if you come back from your vacation or your trip, you can simply reuse the Microlino without having to recharge the 12-volt battery. Another very useful thing about this 12-volt switch is that you can reboot your Microlino, similar how you can restart your computer. This is useful in case you have maybe a software error, for example. To do this, you can do that from your seating position. You turn it off, and you have to wait until the lights in the Microlino, on the USB lights, they turn off. So only then you know the vehicle is completely turned off, and then you can turn it on again from your seat and wait about 5 minutes. This restarts your vehicle and solves not all, but many software errors that you might encounter, and is an easy way to quick fix them. There's two ways how you can charge your Microlino. You can either charge it at a conventional house plug with this charging cable here. Just make sure that you use the power setting that is required from your home charging. I would always recommend to use the lowest setting to be sure. And you can simply plug it in on the side of the vehicle. The second possibility to charge your Microlino is on a conventional charging station. This can either be a home charging station or a public charging station. We only use AC charging, so there is no fast charging on the Microlino, but the charging process works exactly like on the household plug. Now, very important to ensure that the vehicle is actually charging, have a look at your main display. There is a progress bar there. And in case the progress bar is moving, that means your vehicle is in fact charging, so you can lock it and leave it. Now don't forget, as soon as you unlock the vehicle, the charging process stops. So if you forgot something in your car and you unlock the vehicle, the charging process will be stopped and you need to plug out the cable and plug it in again in order to start the charging process from fresh. All right, let's go for a test drive. We just turn the key and we have to wait a few seconds until the screen starts up. There is no sound or noise or anything that will indicate that the vehicle is starting up. So you just have to wait a few seconds until the display is running. Then you press the foot brake firmly and just select drive mode. You release the handbrake and we're good to go. So, driving the Microlino is actually even simpler than a normal car. All you have to do is accelerate and brake. You see on your right-hand side on the display always how much energy you consume and how much you recuperate by braking. So it regenerates energy during braking, of course. You have windshield wipers, blinkers, etc. It's all where you're used to having it from a regular car. What's really cool is the sport mode. So just press on the button on the gear shifter in the middle and you have a little bit more power. I use that usually when I'm in very hilly terrain, so I have a more dynamic way of driving the vehicle, but make sure to try it out for yourself. In terms of top speed, the vehicle can go up to 90 kilometers per hour in the L7 version. That makes it perfect for some highway driving as well. Make sure to not exceed the limit of 90 kilometers per hour. That's really what the vehicle and the engine is designed for. And if you are going faster than that, you might damage some electronics. So please make sure that this is really the maximum speed that you're using it. And other than that, just have fun, enjoy the nice go-kart feeling of the vehicle and drive safe. Now, I hope you had a great drive. Now, before you get out of the car, very important to pull the handbrake fully. Put your vehicle into neutral. So again, push the foot brake and put it into neutral. And then you can turn off the vehicle and exit.